Well, a massive cargo ship smashed into a bridge while sailing out of Baltimore early this morning, prompting a state of emergency. Rescuers saved 2 people, but are still searching for 6 others tonight. There's no evidence of foul play. In fact, personnel on the ship alerted officials, issuing a mayday before the collision. U.S. President Joe Biden saying that move undoubtedly saved lives. Workers on site were then able to stop traffic. And now dispatch audio of first responders has been released, capturing the horrific moments of the collapse.
Be advised, the entire bridge, the entire key bridge is in the harbor.
I have 1 victim conscious. Do we have a medic on the scene? 8 construction workers were on the bridge according to the construction worker. We have 1. There's 7 unaccounted for.
Well, preemptively, we're going to declare this a mass casualty incident level 1.
Emergency crews were heard responding to the disaster as onlookers captured the shocking scene.
Yo! What the What the
To hear the words that the key bridge has collapsed, it's shocking and heartbreaking.
The massive cargo ship taking down the complete center span of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. The National Transportation Safety Board leading the investigation.
This is a team effort. There are a lot of entities right now in the command post, all focused on search and rescue as they should be.
Their efforts are underway with divers and emergency personnel desperately combing the area for people believed to have fallen from the collapsing bridge into the frigid water below.
And our response teams are doing everything in our power to rescue and recover the victims of this collapse, literally as we speak.
Right now it's about people. It's about families and addressing the needs of those that were impacted. That's the focus.
2 people have since been rescued from the water, but several others are still missing. Construction workers were on the bridge repairing potholes at the time of the collapse. After hearing the mayday warning, officials were quick to stop traffic.
Many of the vehicles were stopped before they got onto the bridge, which saved lives in a very, very heroic way.
Port Authority officials confirming the Singapore-flagged vessel lost propulsion and dropped anchor as an emergency measure just before the crash at 1:30 this morning. You could see the vessel's lights were flickering, then going out completely as it struck a key support pillar on the bridge.
Anything that may have occurred prior to this, any sort of safety history with respect to the vessel, any sort of maintenance that was done to a vessel or the vessel or component on the ship, we will look at all of that.
An estimated 30,000 vehicles cross the bridge every day.
Everything so far indicates that this was a terrible accident. At this time, we have no other indication, no other reason to believe there's any intentional act here.
The bridge was constructed in 1972 and later opened to the public in 1977. U.S. President Joe Biden vowing today to replace the bridge and that the federal government will pay for the entire cost.
You know, we're not leaving until this job gets done. Not leaving until then. So I just want to say God bless everybody who got everyone harmed this morning and their families. And may God bless the first responders, many of whom risking their lives.
One structural engineer and bridge designer says he was not surprised by the collapse.
And the ship has obviously struck the support of the bridge. Not surprisingly, then the bridge collapses because the support is a very relatively flimsy structure. When you look at it, it's a kind of trestle structure with individual legs.
The collapse has now halted all vessel traffic into and out of the Port of Baltimore.
We're one of 4 deep water ports that can handle the larger Panamax ships. We have a cruise terminal. So, you know, getting through this is going to be really hard.
So the path to normalcy will not be easy. It will not be quick. It will not be inexpensive. But we will rebuild together.
In the meantime, the massive cargo ship twisted within the major Baltimore travel artery remains there tonight.